Hey ho, now we're finally live after a wee difficulty with Facebook. We're having to switch over to YouTube. Welcome to Secret of Mana, episode 1 live on the Aggression Games Gaming Network channel on YouTube. Now, I'm excited about this. Now, I know this game like the back of my hand, so if you're ever interested in playing it, you can refer to this as a walkthrough because I will sort of explain where we're going in sort of a commentary walkthrough style. So we'll new game it. So that's the guy we're going to be playing as. And bizarrely, my PC is running low. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Why is my battery not charging? Oh, this is not started off well at all. I've not got the extension plugged in. That's what it is. 2 seconds to plug this in, folks. My sincere apologies for that. Charger was unplugged. Right, anyway, we're in business now. Sorry about that. Right, now, usually when I play this game, I just make the guy's name my initials. But for the sake of the character does actually have a name, so we will actually give him his actual name, which is Randy, spelt with an I. So we will make that his name, and I will allow this opening part to play. This is a game that's got a great soundtrack. It really brings the game to life, and that's probably what I like most about it. If you've got that's one thing I feel that Square Enix is now good. I know this said Squaresoft, but this is back in the day. That's one thing I find Square Enix do best is they get the right soundtrack for their games, and this one's absolutely no exception. This was actually one of the top games of all time list. Never made the top, of course, but I can't imagine it'd be that far. So we're gonna get this underway and get this started, and we're really excited about this. So we're hoping to do streams for about an hour, but if I am in the middle of something, I will complete before I end the stream or end the episode. So let's do this. So as you know, Randy is the guy right in the middle there, so these are his two friends. Elliot is the guy at the front there, and we have Timothy wearing a bizarre looking party hat behind him facing us there. So we're going on about a ghost somewhere. Just give you some time to read the dialogue as well. I don't want to speed. I speed through the dialogue. It's been a habit for years, so I reckon in the last 15 years I've played this game, because I do go back to it every so often. I've probably played it at least 50 times, and it's a lot for a game like this. It's pretty big. So we've landed in water, so we're going to head down this way, come into the anchor. Now if you look at the right of the screen there, you can see there's a sword in the stone there. And that's what we're going to head for. So we'll find something to cut through. Lo and behold, there's a sword there. That'll do the trick. So you can told to remove the sword. Yeah. A little thing about the dialect, you'll notice that the person that's speaking, their name's there first. Now, the remake is different because they introduced voice acting in the 3D camera, and the world is beautiful in the remake, but you can never beat the originals when it comes to remakes, I've found. So that's how this is going to happen. So that'll be the ghost that they were talking about. Right. So once that disappears, we can start getting into action. Now, I will just quickly, briefly mention here, what I like to do at this part of the game as I hit the button, is I like to grind this whole area until I hit level 3, because it makes moving forward a bit better. So these are called rabbits. I would say rabbits that bite you. They have 20 HP and they give you 1 XP per kill. So, another thing I'll explain with the combat, you will notice that when I swing the sword I glisten right there in a blink. That is power charging up. If you just keep spamming the fight button like this, you will do no damage like that. Once that blinks off, you take a swing, you will max damage, which is quite unique for a hack and slash based RPG like this. If you ever played a game on the Game Boy, the original Game Boy called Final Fantasy Adventure, this game is the direct sequel to it, and that was the first game in the Mana series. This is a direct sequel, but for me, story doesn't tie up. So, you keep whacking these guys. 2 hits, we usually get them, but we get to level 3, say we're doing 18 damage, and they've got 20 HP, we'll be able to one-hit kill them with the sword at level 3. So that won't take long. So, we're just going to keep rushing away here. Right, now, we have leveled the sword up to level 1 now. That's another thing I need to mention with the weapon levels. The time will come very soon when I can explain it so that you understand it. So, we're almost at the village. The village is the next screen after this next bridge down here. So you just keep whacking away. There's a wee chest there. Usually you get candy or GP out of them. So each consumable inventory slot holds up to 4 of the one item. Okay, so there we're at level 2, so we're doing not too bad. By the time we go away back to the beginning and come back, this part is when we'll hit level 3. We should be able to kill enough of these rabbits to hit level 3 before we actually explore the village. Now we're going to go into the village briefly and come back just to respawn the enemies. Now, one thing that I need to really make you aware, if you are going to take up and play this game, it is in your best interest you whack every monster you see if you can. Later on in the game it becomes harder to do, but it's too early to go into details of that. You will get GP, which is the money you spend in this game for enemies you kill, and you must do that in order to get through this game. If you don't, and to also help you level up, because if you don't level up and you don't have GP, you are not going to get far in this game. I learned that the hard way when I used to play this as a youngster. I never understood it. Never understood the concept of the game back then until I actually played through it with a walkthrough about 16 years ago. When I was in my mid to late teens. And I found that you must whack as much as you can for the GP and for the XP to level up, or this game will just completely destroy you and you'll not be able to get very far. So if you are going to play this game, that is an absolute must. That's why I'm whacking everything that I see here. And these guys aren't that tough anyways. I say 20 HP and 1 XP per kill will give you. that's another block of candy. So this is what the menu system looks like. It's an appealing system. Now I've got 3 blocks of candy. I can hold 1 more and I will not be able to carry any more candy. And the candy is a healing consumable that heals you for 100 HP. There are other healing consumables like it, but we'll come across them and I'll explain them once we find them, just so that I'm not jumping back and forth, because there is a lot to get to know this game. So I'll show you the charging up system that I've talked. You see down the bottom there, it's 1 out of 1, and I'll do a far more powerful attack. But you must hold down the attack button after you swing. You will glisten, you will recharge, and then you will hold it down, and you do big damage there. Just for the record, that's how you do that. I have the thing on full screen, so no, I won't see them. So we're back at the start, and then we're going to just go through it. By the time we get back to the entrance before the village, we should hit level 3. So just keep whacking them away. This is one of the grinding, boring parts. There is 1 or 2 in this game. There's not a lot of it, to be fair. Once you get into it, it becomes pretty straightforward because you get more XP, more GP for leveling. See how I'm doing 19 with a full charge hit. It was 18, so when I get to 20 I should be able to one hit these guys. Now that's a critical hit, of course. It comes up saying somebody gets whacked, which I expect funny. It's a critical hit. Oh, we're at level 3 already, that's good. So we could just grind to the end. Well, it was close. Go to level 3 a wee bit quicker. There's usually about this screen that hit level 3, yeah. And other times I've played it has been. See how we're just one hit killing them now. Either 14 GP inside or it'll be another candy won't fit. Candy won't fit. That's when you know I've played this game too much, when I can practically predict what the chests are going to say. What's it called, a bite? I hate it when he stabs you, so I'd rather you just swing it instead of stab it. Now that's another thing that these enemies do in this game, is they can chain attack you and it gets absolutely annoying. If you're in amongst the animation of being attacked and attacks keep getting flung at you, they will chain one after the other. But every attack that gets hit, it becomes a pain in the backside and there's literally nothing you can do about it. Once you level up and you can evade, then you've not got that problem. Right, so we're in, this is Poto's village. This is the name of this place, the first village we hit now. This is the item store. These are in every village. What we're going to buy here is this bandana for 50 GP. That is all we're going to buy at the minute. The medical herbs, we will not buy them just now. Now, I'm going to take you to the armour screen, because this is important. That is the item equipped when you see the person's face next to it. Armour is a big necessity in this game. Every village you go to as the game progresses, you will have to buy new and improved armour. And certain armours do have certain benefits, but they will stop you from getting absolutely demolished. So there's Audit and Dodit talking to the Elder. So we're going to have a wee scene of dialogue, sorry. So once again, I'll let you read it. Elliot says, I thought you were a goner. So that proves that they weren't supposed to be at the falls. Now, the Elder spots that Randy has something he shouldn't have. So they're thinking it's this treasure that they mentioned at the beginning. how could you have pulled out the mana sword? So we're going to find out a little bit more about this sword. So the mana sword. Yes, Timothy, it is the mana sword. Right. If the sword is removed and the village is finished, then the sword's there, so the sword is obviously there to protect the village. So the sword's been removed, therefore it's not doing its job. So they're saying all the monsters are attacking. I haven't seen any monsters in this village, so I don't know what they're talking about. Oh, now that is meant to be that's meant to be a wee fight scene there. Now, at this point, take a note of that guy in the purple there, because you see him quite a lot. And the man that's shouting down the hole is the man I was just referring to in the purple. So this is the first boss of the game. This is the Mantis Ant. He is relatively simple. Now you can charge attack him, but there's actually no need to do that. Gem missile, which he's using quite a lot. I've never really usually seen him using that. Now I'm going to just heal, just so you see how it works. And I'm glad I'm doing that because it's actually going to mitigate that damage, or maybe not. So this boss fight's going to take a rather strange turn. This never usually happens. I'm just going to keep hitting him. So this is the first of many bosses. Now this is bad. He could just keep swiping at me and attacking me like so, but I've got up relatively quick, so let's get him again. Button bashing, I don't think it makes any difference. So we'll take the gamble that I'll win the fight without dying. But the fight's usually easier in this, it seems to be rather drastic this time. Right, there we go, that's him done. It's the first of many boss fights in this game, because I believe there are almost, I think there's in the mid-30s of bosses, there's a lot of them. So we will heal back to full health. Now, I'm going to mention the reason for the sword orb. So we're going to have some dialogue with this particular person here. So what I'll do is I'll run this stream to just over 9:30, since I was a wee bit late running it. So this becomes one of the main duties of the game, is to re-energise the sword. So if you're going to see somebody called Sage Luca in the Water Palace, oh, she's pretty old, over 200 years, who was old as Santa. And here comes Timothy. See what? So the elders summon me. Now, see, have you seen the 3D remake of this game? They've actually spelled Gemma as it's spelled for a girl's name, Gemma, which is weird. So he's going to wait for us at the Water Palace. Excuse me. Right, so if they go and speak to the elder, and this is his pad here. So the villagers are all complaining. So then So this is why monsters have appeared apart, it's because the sword was taken out. So we are getting thrown out of the village. Cue the sad music, Oh great, so I'm getting to my wee treasure chest down here. 50 GP, that's me getting my refund for that bandana. Which everybody's cleared off now. You don't have to speak to him again, but I'm going to do it because you can't take someone else in. So the elder's been the one who's brought you up. So we're going to cue some more gentle music. So Randy did have a mother, but she's disappeared, and the elder's been the one to bring him up. So they're parting company. We have to leave, so we can't come back in here ever. I'll throw that out there. So what you can actually do later on in the game, you can there is a way you can glitch back in here. No, I'm not going to do it because it can be hard to go back. Right, so we're ready to continue our adventure. So the water palace is where we want to go now. Before we go, I'm going to go into this screen here and talk about these guys. These guys are fast travel dudes known as the cannon travel men. They're everywhere. Now I could go and talk to him and he'll fly me to the water palace straight away, but I don't want to do that. I'm going to grind it because we want to be leveling up and we want to be getting as much cash as we can to push us through the game a bit better. So we're going to keep moving down and we're going to get a different enemy up here. That purple flower, sorry, that pink flower is known as a lullabud. 40 HP, I think it's 35 HP actually. So this particular three-way crossroads, that way to Potter's village, that way to the next kingdom, Pandora, and this is always the water palace way, is always up the way. And then we've got these guys who have 60 HP, the mushbooms. They can make you unconscious with a sort of like spray. So these guys can poison you. If you do get poisoned and you see it, if you're at low health and you get poisoned, then you can use a medical herb to stop the poison. Right now in here, what I will do is I'll talk about how the game gets saved. Now what we've got here is that's the symbol there for the item shop. So if you ever see that in a village, that's where you get your consumables and your new form of armour. And the inn where you can sleep. Now there's always 3 beds in an inn and they always have this shape. This is Nico. He is a robbing so-and-so. See, with him in this area you've got 2 options to stay in shop, but I'm not going to do the stay, so I'm just going to see. Now he sells candy at 20 HP, 20 GP. Every other merchant sells them for half that price. So that's what I'm going to do though, is I'm going to collect that. A wristband. It's another piece of armour. Now back into the armour screen. We've got that's for the head, that's for the body, and see how the head icon isn't there. I hit it once to highlight it, so it's flashing, and when I hit it again, you will equip it. So that's an extra damage resistance. There's not a lot, but it's better than nothing. Now, I've just realised I kind of went off subject. When we get that sword orb, I mentioned the weapon levelling process. The orbs are required to upgrade the sword to a different model, and only then can you put the sword to level 2. At this moment in time, the sword will stay at level 1, and this is the level screen here for the weapon. The number, that side, the left side of the colon is the level. The right hand weapon, as you can see it's a 0 there, is sort of like weapon XP of progress. That's how you know. Now here we've got 4 soldiers and a guy with blonde hair. So let's see what they're up to, right? So these guys are from Pandora, that's a kingdom to the south. We'll come there just shortly. So they're wanting to go and fight some witch in the haunted forest, Eleni. That's Major Dialux. That's the guy's name with the blonde, with the yellow hair. That's Major Dialux from Pandora. So what we do, we just talk to 3 of these guys. So at this point, they disappear. And you must wonder, you'll hear a wee chime, double chime sound. Right there. What they went into is between these pillars is a transporter. And this is what the haunted forest looks like, but we can't go any further than that. So we don't need to worry about that. That's where they've went. So we're going to go up here because the water palace is literally here. This is the water palace and we will see Gemma standing outside it. This is one of the few palace themes that you're about to be listening to. Do you feel that they've got the soundtrack spot on with this game? I think they have. I don't think they could have done it any better. So this is doing automatic, I'm not touching that. So there's somebody standing there. Take note of the seed at the top of that pedestal. I keep trying to say pedestal. It's not how you pronounce it, it's pedestal. So he's shouting, hey you, where's Luca? He's shouting to Gemma by the... Or I think he's actually shouting. So this person, she looks quite young, but she is a sage, and sages tend to be really old people. They've been around for ages, hence why Randy just freaked out there. What you mean this girl is 200 years old? So we've got free control here. So we want to talk to Gemma to trigger this next bit. That was why I was able to remove the sword, because mana's power is growing weak. Mana is the life source. You probably knew that already. Right, so balance of mana shifted, monsters revived. Makes sense. So they're working away to steal the power. That's the idea. That's pretty much it in a nutshell, really. But it's not the game in a nutshell. The game has more to offer than that. Right, so you can restore the sword's mana power. So the power is kept in orbs. Now this is what I mentioned before. If you read that carefully, the power is kept in orbs. It looks like it regains some from the Mantis Ant. That was the boss we fought. So yeah, now you understand we're pretty much going to be hunting for more sword orbs as the game goes on. Now I know when you get them, but one thing I'm not going to do is spoil the game. And I made sure that if my daughter was going to be chatting on this, not to do the same, because she knows this game as well. She's watched me play it before. Okay, so you need somebody who can forge the sword to release the stored power. Okay, so we're free again. So if we talk to Luca this time, she mentions a particular empire about seeking the Mana Fortress. So Randy's going on about some fairy tale. So excuse me, so it looks like the Empire is up to no good trying to revive the Mana Fortress, awaken it. The Empire is going to unlock the seals from the world's mana seeds. That, what you see on that pedestal, is a mana seed. That is one of the seeds. Something is very wrong in Pandora. Could the Empire be involved? Probably. So Gemma's going to head for Pandora. And we're going to be heading to a cave called Gaia's Navel. I like the place. So dwarves, it's where dwarves are said to live. And so they may know somebody who can enforce the power. Tell you what I'll do, I'll make the stream go to 10 o'clock just to get things properly started. So we'll talk to her again So what to do is hit the sword, don't hit the fortress. Because all you should do is go to crack on with some story about the fortress that I'll be able to tell anyway as the game goes on. So it's the mana sword but the power's gone. So all of a sudden it's had little power and it's now gone. So it's saying why did it choose me? So there is obviously a reason for that. Once again I'm not going to spoil it. So we now have to re-energise it. So we hit no problem. So you must become a hero who is worthy of the sword. We hit OK, or you just repeat that dialogue. Right. So she gets out the road and we go up there. So the seed rises up and we get a nice wee flash of blue light. So there we are. The world has 8 palaces. Visit them all and receive power from them all. 8 mana seeds. Right, so we're going to get a spear. The spear has no interest in me whatsoever. I'm going to explain to you what I will do with the spear, and that is not a funny joke or nothing like that. So it's one of the mana weapons. So it can be forged with power orbs like the sword. So what we'll do is we can hit a save there. Just in case. So we're going to go for Guy's Navel, for the underground palace. So we need to go through Pandora. So we're going to now finally bail out here. So if I make the stream last to 10 o'clock, it should actually open the game up a wee bit, because I feel that the majority of this episode is just kind of getting the game started, just getting into it, but we want to actually get it started. And as much as I've said it twice that we have kind of got it started, we're kind of starting it now. We've kind of got the adventure laid out, although there is still more to it. So we're going to head out here and we're going to get back to that 3-way crossing after we whack these guys for the XP and the GP. Right. Now something unusual is going to happen here. We're going to see where these flowers are. See where that flower is. I'm going to attempt to walk past that guy. If I can kill it, and these dudes are going to appear. These are goblins. So chopping me is kidnapping me apparently. So we're in a part that we actually cannot explore. This is a goblin's village. We don't actually explore this. So we're in a big cheesy smile pot of food here. So apparently they're going to have a randy dinner, so to speak. So we're begging to get out now. The music, cue the music. Keep your eye on the top of the screen, because we're going to see somebody appearing. There she is. Right. This is another one of the main characters in the game. Her name is Prim. P-R-I-M-M. So she's shouting at us. Randy eventually turns around. Now, this is a part where I really need to explain. If you are going to take this game up, you must listen to me carefully. Because one of my mates, Stephen, aka Spee, if you are watching Spee, made this mistake when he tried to play the game on his own, and it screwed the game up. Right, so girls be looking for someone. Thought Randy was him. Wee bit of mistaken identity there. So she runs off. Now we are meant to go to Gaia's Navel, but we have to divert ourselves ever so slightly, and this is important that we do this. And I'll explain when we get to this area. See what I mean about them knocking you unconscious. They can also do some weird breakdancing attack when they spin on their heads. So there, he's dead. So this is across from here. We're going to go south once I defeat this thing. Another one, as I say, they can poison you. They can blend in a wee bit. See, they kind of pinky flowers there, but you can, once you've played the game, you kind of get used to where they are. Right. go this way, that's a dead end. So we're at level 4 now, good stuff. So you just fly through these guys. She's going to drop a chest. Now I can't see comments because I've got it on full screen, just so that I've got a good view of this. But if there are any comments left, I'll have a look and I'll respond at the end of the stream, which we are running till 10 o'clock, so I've got 40 more minutes of Secret of Mana and I hope you're enjoying it so far. As I say, this is just the beginning. This will be a series of episodes until the game is at an end every night, approximately 8:30. And this will be done by the time my holidays for work comes to an end. I'll assure you that. So we are almost at Pandora. This is the last part. We're going to go south here into the next window, next area, which is Pandora. Now, as I said, defeating enemies comes in handy once. Jeep, I'm fully charged up. You say, why are you not doing max damage? See, that's max damage. That isn't. See, I don't understand why he's doing that sometimes. You should die now. Just a quick look at the start menu. The start menu, it gives you your attributes down the right hand side there. You've got your level, your HP, your experience, how much you need for the next level, how much mana power, and your money at the bottom is 266. We are going good with the money because we are going to need a good bit of it when we get to Gaia's Navel, but we'll explain. So this is Pandora. Now, if you talk to people, they won't answer you because there is something wrong with the people that don't speak. But you'll know what's wrong with them soon enough. Now, the way to Gaia's Navel is out that way, but we're not going that way yet. If you do go that way like my mate did, you're going to have a hard time. We're going to go up here. This is where the castle's located. This is where Gemma was told to go. So we're going to go in the castle and have a look around. So we're going to go up these stairs. Go down these stairs. And up these ones, and then we're going to see a familiar face. Look, there's Prim again. So she spots Randy. So she knows you got a sword. This is great. I need your help. I helped you, didn't I? You pulled him out of a pot. I'm sure this is going to be a big deal. We're going to teach that witch a lesson. We're going to save Dialog, so it looks as if he's been captured. So Randy's stating he needs to go to the Underground Palace. Now this is what I'm going to say. So we're going to name her first. And we will call her by her actual name. Which is, as I said before, I'm sure it's Prim. Spelled like that. And she's joined. Now, before we continue, if you don't do it this way, you are not going to get very far. If you go towards Gaia's Navel without coming to this castle and have her join here, you will eventually come across the haunted forest. You will be transported to a room where you will find her guarded by 2 werewolf monsters, and they are an absolute joke to fight at this level. You will not kill them, they will destroy you in 2-3 hits. I think I did it one time just to see what level I needed, and it was level 13 or something like that it took to defeat them with the weapon that I've got. So she's following us. So what we're going to do is we're going to gear her up. So we're going to have access to another menu. Now she's got that equipped. Now if you want, keep it equipped, but I like to give her the spear. Once again, it's not a euphemism in any way. So we're going to go into these double doors, and there's Gemma. So we're going to find out what's happening to the people. So the witch is draining people's energy. That's weird. So those people are going to the ruins in the southern part of this town. Yeah, there is a kind of weird looking area down the bottom there. It's the Pandoran ruins, which we'll come to later. So So Gemma's going to have a look around, so we have to go to Gaia's navel. Now, there is what I just mentioned there in regards to having her recruited. Even though we have her recruited, it does not end the risk that she will end up in the forest surrounded by these werewolves. There is a possibility it could still happen. And what is going to happen? Now, she's wanting to go to the haunted forest, and Randy wants to go to Gaia's navel. If you go to Gaia's navel first, she will get upset and she will run off. When you go up to the haunted forest, you will have the same problem. These guys being guarding of these werewolves. So we must go to the haunted forest first, and that is an absolute essential thing that we must do. And I'm going to get her some armour. Now you see what I mean about going to villages and getting different armour. It can be annoying sometimes. So we're going to go into her armour screen. So she's got only that equipped. So we give her a wristband as well. Now another thing I'm going to mention is this is the action grid. You can kind of see by looking at that how it works. But what we want to do so that she fights, let's put her up there, is her weapon levels up, other numbers will appear on the right hand side of the screen there. Put them up every time she levels her weapon up so that she can charge her weapon up to full and unleash massive attacks, massive damage. Right, so now we're ready to leave through this entrance, or this entrance exit whatever, to a different piece of music. And an introduction of our latest enemy, which is known as a buzzbee. You will see one just as we get to this next ridge. Now, there is a possibility that we may have to grind this bit a couple of times, because the piece of armour that she is required to wear to survive the next sort of a part is 350 GP, and that plus the armour I need to buy for myself. Sure, it's a chain vest and elbow pads. I don't think I'm due to buy another piece of headgear just yet until I get to the dwarf village. So Prim should level up pretty easy because she's just into the game. As you see, she's not shy to attack because we moved the action grid. They will get a bit ambitious, and sometimes you'll ask, you hang back because you're going to get yourself killed. Happens all the time. Now see, I'm getting chain attacked here. Right, so we're keeping an eye, her health's getting there. So I'm going to just candy her one. So, one. If that is even a pun. Right, so they're both dead. So she's been poisoned again. So once we get the better armour, she'll not take as much damage. That's the wee breakdance move I was talking about. At this point, actually, see if you're interested in a wee bit of multiplayer action, a second player can take control of her. See if you look at the bottom of the screen where the portraits are, there's a 1. If I press select, I can control her. But I want the wrong button. Complete wrong button. I want to control the hero, of course. Right. So he's dead. I get to the point that as far as my level is against them, I can just shove them. That was a critical hit. So Prim's leveled up and it's reset her health back to full health, which is good because she's starting to take a bit of damage here. So she'll once again output more damage. So we're going to come along here. This bit does seem pretty long, I'll say. She's poisoned again. Right, so our weapon skill's up to 1. So activate our action grid. You can see the number there now. If I hit the B button, I get control of these numbers, and we want to set it to 1, because then what she'll start doing is charging her spear up. There she goes. Look at the bottom of the screen now, you'll see she's at 101, and she'll do a charge attack. So in here is our next village, Kipple Village. Now, this is the item store. We don't need to do anything in here apart from get armour. Now it depends on how much we've made. Right, so this is going to take a bit of a grind. So, I'll do these. A chain vest. I can. This is another thing. Once you get new armour, sell the old gear, because you're not going to want a big huge clump of armour in your inventory. Right. 1. So we just need to equip that stuff. To equip that. I'm going to talk to this guy a minute, because there's one thing I forgot to mention. When you're buying armour, see when you look at how you see the heads appear, look right above the merchant's head there, you can see both the heads. That indicates who can wear what armour. Now, that's just what I need to grind for, as a kung fu dress. Notice how she's the only one that can wear it. And that we can both wear them, but the reason I want to put that on her is because it's stronger than the chain vest for her. So without further ado, we're going to go and grind. Well, we've got half an hour left worth of streaming to do this. I hope you're enjoying it. I'm in the zone doing this. I love doing this, and to be able to talk to you about it, I feel even better, because I feel like I'm sharing an experience that I always love it and never get tired of playing this game, you know. I feel like I'm sharing that in a way I've always wanted to share. I've always wanted to tell everybody about this game. The Secret Mana, you should play it. And I feel doing it this way I can actually spread the word better if you're tuning in. So I'm also recording this stream, because I'm doing this on a different platform. I will be able to upload this on YouTube. Not on YouTube, sorry, because it's on YouTube. It should already appear on YouTube. I might have the liberty of uploading this onto Facebook, but if I need to upload it on both, I will. If you're not catching this live stream, if you're going to watch it recorded, which I am recording, then I look forward to your thoughts. If you leave any comments for me to give your view on how it's going. But this will get better as it goes on, I promise you that. Right, so we're going to grind our way back to Pandora. Did I just see a chest drop there? I did that. Where's she going? Sometimes your party members will get stuck. You need to try and kind of move so that they'll follow you, or you can quickly control them and move them out. A wee example of that, if I can get it to work. No, I'm so lucky I got that to work, but I'll focus on the grind, because this could take a wee while. I need 350 GP. See, I would go all the way forward and then just come back, but the enemies will be coming across to do more damage, so she'll just flop. There's no way of reviving her. So I'm hoping that she'll level up soon because she's really low in health. There you go. Says we're using a candy healer. So as I said before, when we recruit her in our party, it's eligible for more than one player now, so if you're somebody watching somebody playing it, get a controller and join in and get it played. That'd be the best bit of advice I'll give you. So we need to go down this way. One bit. Just do them standing guard there. We should be doing that. So the combat can take some getting used to, but I'm sure watching what I've done or what I'm doing, like we're back in Pandora, sort of kind of clears it up on how the combat works. So we're going to grind it to Kipple Village again. It's never an RPG game if you don't have to do a grind of some sort. There's always a grind in every RPG. The one that I heard, that I thought was actually quite a good one, was one of my mates from back in the day. We were playing, I was at the start of World of Warcraft, like at the time Burning Crusade came out. One of the jokes, they were talking about World of Warcraft and the grinding part of it. And I asked my mate who was playing it, is there a bit of grinding in World of Warcraft? And he replied, grinding? He says, there's more grinding in this than there is in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, which I thought was quite good, just because grinding being a thing. So that's the least funny joke of the entire stream, just to get that out of the road. So when we get beyond the Kipple's Village part, and when we get to the start of Gaia's Navel, we'll be facing some tougher dudes. If all goes well, this episode will end at the Dwarf Village, but what I might actually do is pick when I end it, even if it does overrun the hour and a half mark. So kill this tree. I'm just praying it. I've got enough GP by the time I get to the village. I'm refusing to check it though until I get there. So doing this, I'm literally killing everything. This has to be the way to do it. There's no other way. You will not get far in this game. And as I say, I learned that the hard way. So we can't be far for Kipple now. I think we're just at the next furlong and then we're there. There's a village there. So let's have a look at our cash. It does help us if you go to the right bit. Oh, plenty! You have plenty. So we could buy this Kung Fu dress. If she'll get out my road. They say we're on live stream, don't you be running my time down. I don't know why the Square had these guys dance behind the till. See in the HD remake they're even funnier. Look at that, 10 HP. Unlike that Nico, 20 HP. HP, sorry, GP. Need to get used to saying that. I'll talk to him again. Forgot to sell our suit. So we've got the Kung Fu dress, so we'll sell that. hit the Y button to get to the beast. And sometimes navigating that can be annoying. So we went to Prim's menu. We'll a couple of Kung Fu dress. Which is a very good piece of armour for her for now. Right, we're ready to move on. But I think before we move on, we'll sleep at the end and I'll get you a rough idea what this looks like. So it's going to be 10 GP. So I'm not touching the screen, I've took my hands off the keys. We will have to save here just in the off chance. Right, so we're going to continue, and once we get up this next bit I'll once again reiterate what I said earlier about going to the right place so that you don't lose her. Who's getting her back. It's always a good idea to save there in case you end up doing that by mistake. You could just reload the save. I would usually kill that bee, but I was already heading up there, so... Right, so Gaia's navel is in the middle of this place, but we're not going there yet. We have to go to somewhere else. Be in the haunted forest, we get a wee look about there. So there's no need to know. So if you come here without going to Pandora's castle and talking to her, then you are a numpty. Because what will happen is, when you come up here, there's another one in there. See how well blended in there, although you can actually see them sticking out. Here, there's another transporter. You will come here, and get through this bit as normal. So we'll get plenty of GP and XP off these guys because they're a more advanced enemy at this stage. Now, most enemies in this game, in fact I think 90% of them, have a stronger, have a stronger sort of a echo mob. Now, these guys are called Chobin Hoods. Thinking Chobin Hoods, it's a weird name. Oh yeah, the bow can chain attack you if you're not careful. See how she's attacking him there? That's how the chain attacks can happen. Because you can only move a certain distance away from her. But see in the 3D remake, you can actually move quite far away from them. You see she's potentially got stuck in this bit. There's Nico again. You'll find him on your travels in certain parts. Right, so if you come here without acquiring her in Pandora's castle, you will be transported to a room where you will see her. And you will have to fight these two werewolves, fighting werewolves. And at this level, they pack up a massive punch. Because you're too low level to be dealing with them. Because we've got her, we come to this room. This is the part that gets frustrating because we were heading to Gaia's navel, but she wanted to come here. And that is not a bat. It's a blat. That's what it's called. Now, these statues here, you see them with the skulls on them. You can probably guess what's about to happen. So now she wants to go to Gaia's navel, right? So we've cleared that obstacle of potentially losing her and having to get her back through fighting these stupid wolf things. Now you will see these wolf guys later on, but we'll be much better geared up to fight them. So see, you get plenty of XP and plenty of cash of these guys. He gets a lucky shot there. I think the bow and arrow animation's a wee bit off. I really do think it's a bit off. So I pull that bow back, pretend your hands on the Overwatch. Let it go far. So the Brown's level 6. I should get close to level 7 now. As you see, in order to kill the wolf guys, when I tried it the last time, I must have went back and forward in here about 100 times, I'm not joking. So we'll come back at here. And this time we're going to go down these stairs. Just left 9:45, so we should manage the target I've set. So we're going to go down here again. Looks kind of like a crater, doesn't it? Excuse me. Go through these floors there. If you were paying attention to the map at the beginning of the game as we soared over it, you would have seen this part, because the camera flies over it. Excuse me for yawning there, didn't mean to yawn. So this is Guy's Navel here, this is the cave. There's two caves, but we're going to go into the left hand one because the right one only contains Nico. And I'm already fed up with the sight of Nico. So this is Guy's Navel, this is a cave. So we're going to fight our way through this. If you can hear that vibrating noise, it's actually a goblin sleeping, like so. So we just remind these guys that captured me earlier. Now, draw your attention to this dude here. A multiplying mob, they are an absolute nuisance. But if you just keep attacking them until you kill them all, the money you rack up and the XP you get for doing it. But they are a bit of a nightmare. Best thing to do is just to keep them in the corner. Unfortunately get poisoned there. Now, this game has a weird mechanic in it. See, if there's other enemies on the screen, they will not multiply to 3. The game can only hold 3 enemies per frame. So when it comes to these guys, if there's another 2 enemies on the screen, they will not multiply. They'll try to, but they won't. If the other enemies die first, then they will multiply. Look at that. I mean, we come through here, right? We just take a quick swatch. Why do I keep going into the action grid? Look at the start page. 584 GP. We started this wee furlong with nothing. We've got more than enough money that we need to do the next part. We can kill this dude. So there's goblins around. So you get to the point in this area, the chest will start to contain traps, like that. You get punch glove, poison needles, and later on you actually get one that's called a mimic box, where the box comes to life, and I tell you something, they are deadly. So we've got a field of lava here we need to try and get rid of. we are going to get rid of that. I'll show you just how that looks in a minute. That just doesn't make you move, so I'm just going to fast forward that until it goes away. It's a weird kind of stun with a balloon. So that doesn't trigger. So we're going to come in here and we're going to locate a skull, not that one. There's a skull in the wall up here behind this goblin. And that just open. Tried to axe me, did you see that? See that skull in the wall there? That, my friends, is a switch. Now that allows that dam there to empty and all the water to ignore the lava, get rid of the lava, and no, it doesn't leave obsidian for any Minecraft fans out there. So what we do now is we go down here and go through this bit. Now we need to go south again, but before we do that we get a wee item to achieve that we're going to have for the rest of the game. Excuse me for going in again. There's another one of these guys. See, if I'd have known that was, if I'd remembered that was there, I wouldn't have killed the two guys. I'd have just got this first. But you're better attacking all three. Better XP, better GP, higher level. And she's at level 7. They also got level 8. So we've got two of them. I want to kill them before they multiply. See, they're multiplying again. Usually when they multiply you can't hit them. And they do best work with charge attacks, I just can't even bother charging up. There we go. Because she's going to charge attack anyway, so... Right, in this chest there's a specific item that will come in handy in parts of the game. This is the magic rope. The magic rope is a dungeon used item, or a palace item you can use to walk back to the entrance, or the nearest entrance that you used. Think of the magic mirror in A Link to the Past, the Legend of Zelda title. It's the same idea. You try and kill us dead again. He's dead already. So this time we're going to hit these stairs. Should be mad at time before I hit the next level, eh? There's another one of these guys. Actually what we do down here. I just go that way so I can whack him, just for the extra. I was thinking if you're going to ever speed run this game, you'd be better using the Game Genie code and having stuff at max level, because you'll not be able to do it any other way. I don't think. There's another green drop, but watch this, right? He will only multiply one. He will not. There's a black. He will not multiply. He'll multiply once. There's. If she whacks that bat, he'll be able to multiply again because of the 3 enemy limit. Must have been how you could do this SNES cartridge back in the days. It's nice to see her getting blown for once. She's leveling up good as well, so she'll be getting pretty strong now. Say quick to just multiply again. Yep. We have medical herb. Right, so now that we're done with that daft part, these stairs. Now, notice the weapons have disappeared because we're at the dwarf village entrance. But one last switch we need to hit, and then we're going to queue for a groovy tune. Now we're 3 minutes to 10, but I'm going to run the stream over because just to do this part. Cue the music, yeah. Welcome to the Dwarf Village. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the item store. In here. And we are going to speak to this dude. He does the dance, he just spins round. Look at the GP we've got. So what we're going to do is we're going to buy 2 power wrists. I'm going to buy one of those for now. One of those. I'm going to sell my bandana. My chain vest. I'm going to sell both these elbow pads. And I'm just going to fling one of them in there. Just start music. Now the Cup of Wishes is a revival consumable. When you die in this game you become a ghost. You become a ghost. So you need to use the Cup of Wishes to come back to life. It's a revival tool. So she's got one item to equip. So I'm going to just gear up. Is going to gear up. So that's sort of do some form. Now, we have a few things we're going to do here quickly. I'll come back to there in just a second. I could do that at the first bit. We're going to go up here. And this is the guy who will forge your weapons. This is Watts the blacksmith. So, for 100 GP, this is why it's best to build up your money so that you've got more than enough. Right, so, watch the colour of the weapon closely. It was orange, it'll turn dark blue. Right there. This has now become the broadsword. I can now level the sword up to level 2 because I forged it. So his hammer started to glow. And he's twigged it's a mana sword. So he now thinks he's got the super duper hammer. So he's going to try and make an axe to come back in a wee while. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go to the door up here. Not really going to need to sleep at the inn. So we're going to go in here. And we're going to go up the left hand path first. We are going to come here. This is an amphitheatre or exhibit hut, whatever. 50 GP, so we pay that. That's the dwarf elder, by the way. He's the chieftain. So now we're going to watch some daft show. First cast your eyes on this rabbite man, the only one in the world. take one Rabite and one man, and it's Rabite man, so they're not actually combined the two. So now, I'm now presenting an actual and very rare Sprite Child. This wee guy. Now if you haven't twigged already, you will become our third companion in just a bit. So give him 100 GP. He becomes big. So then we come out this door. And then one thing we actually discover if we go in this door, we overhear a wee conversation. Just to report him. Right, let me just come out of full screen a second. Just have a look at the comments quickly, since I've not been able to see them. Hi everybody. Just to zoom that. How does I'll do actually. I'll resize the window so I can see the comments. I'll resize it. The sound's cutting is just because I'm moving the window. Right. So that's fine, I can see him now. Right, so we go round here and we get close, we realise that we've had the conversation. So this was a scam, basically. So basically try to earn the money to get him back home. So it came for a... So it is a good idea, but it's a scam, so Sprite's apologised, so we get our money back. Now, this is going to be the final action of this stream. Unfortunately, this is going to conclude episode 1 in just a jiff. Once we get out here, we're going to have an earthquake. So, you probably guessed it. It's boss time. This bad boy is called Tropical, and it can be a nuisance. Got a cheeky face there. The way you do these pumpkin bombs is just keep avoiding them, and they will blow up eventually when they get close to you. And navy green vine things are called bramblers. You can kill them, or they just keep coming back. Wait for him to spit and then attack him. Because as he's popping up, he's still invincible. So once he's up and he does the upward spit, then you can attack him. Right there. I see Malia's been doing her research. Nico is Japanese for cat. Partner. I never knew that actually. So we're going to keep fighting this dude. I remember trying to do this without taking the necessary steps in order to play this game, and I just couldn't kill him. I only had like half the health I've got, and it just became a lost cause. So this is, as I say, this is going to be the final fight of episode 1, and I'll get it uploaded as soon as I can. And just like that. Just like that, he's gone. So we've got him. And the spears up. Elka is the Japanese master of shit. So, to those who are watching, just because we're at the end, can one of you post a comment to see how the stream played? If I had any blips, any stalls in it, any buffering moments. If it played well, can you fire a wee comment there so I can have a look? That would be great, cheers. So, it's saying the palace is buried. Right, so say yes. So this wee dude is going to join us, like I mentioned. This is a part of 3. So we talked to him, he says, hey brother. So his real name in the game is Popeye, which sounds like a Highlander trying to say Popeye. I was watching that Popeye the other day, Ken, you know. And it's spelt like this. It must obviously be Japanese for something. That's how it's spelt. That looks like binary. Right, so the wee dude joined. So I'm going to just do a couple of things before we end the stream there. At the minute we're still trapped. So we're going to talk to the Elder. So he says there's a hole over there. There's a cave entrance that takes you, but there is a lava field. Thank you, Jodie. Thank you for that. There's a lava field in which Eleni has made to seal the palace, so that's not a problem we can do with that. Right. So the Witch's Castle is going to be the next area we head to, which will be episode 2 tomorrow night, same time, around about 8:30. So we've got some bow and arrows, and the blacksmith is also looking for us, so we're going to do all that quickly. And we're going to get the wee guy geared up so that when we start the episode tomorrow we're pretty much good to go. So he has a boomerang and he's going to keep the boomerang. So we're going to get these action grid and put it up there again. So this is our 3 companions. Now we've got 3 possibility of 3 players to play this. So we are going to gear the wee guy up. Now he has equipped with that, but we want to give him one of these. Only Randy and Popeye can wear the spiky suit, so we want to give him a power wrist, and we want to give him a rabbit cap. And you want to sell his mid-robe, and that's all we need to sell at the minute. Now luckily I've got 100 GP because I'm going to need to spend 100 GP in a minute. I just remembered that. So we're going to go to the sprites menu and we're going to gear him up so that he's going to be nice and strong, just like that. So one more task to do, and I'll go to the end and save it. That will do the end of episode 1. I hope you've enjoyed it. As I say, we're getting the game's pretty much started now. We're starting to go places. So we're going to talk to Watts. So he says it's no good making an axe. He goes, got a boomerang, huh? So he's telling us to hold this axe. There you go. Right, so now we've got the axe. You can even smash a boulder with it. Yeah, that's kind of why we need it. And that's why I need the 100 GP. Right, so what now Watts is going to do? So this is the saying, we're going to collect more orbs as we go through the game. And he's the only one that can forge them, so now we know. He's another one of the NPC characters that will travel through the game. You see him in every area you go to. So he's going to open this. That staircase will take us into where Nico's cave is that we didn't actually go in. Before we leave, wait a second, how much are we talking for the spear? 200, I've not got enough for that yet. That's unusual, I usually have got enough for that. Right, okay, that might be a episode 2 might start with a cheeky wee grind to get 200 GP to forge that spear up. We're going to save the game. so I'm going to watch the three of them sleep. I think you guys snores like me. Right, that will conclude episode 1 for now. Hope you've enjoyed it. I've certainly enjoyed playing it as much as I've enjoyed streaming it for you guys. Tomorrow night, same time, around about 8:30, we will kick off with episode 2. So I'm assuming yous are dying to know what's going to happen next. So sorry I never turned my attention to the comments. But I really wanted to make sure that I was giving you guys the best experience with the full screen. Looking at the video, it seems to be alright. So the way I've got it set up will be the way I'll do it from now on, so I can look at the comments as well. So to the people who are watching, thank you very much. I am also recording this stream in order to upload it for viewing at your own pleasure. So at least the stream has run okay and I'm really happy. So thank you for watching Secret of Mana episode 1 live stream. Episode 2 we head to the Haunted Forest and further adventures will take place in that episode. So I'm going to conclude it there. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Sayonara.